Hello, my friends. Welcome back to episode 9. Today, we are going to talk about your future self. We're going to talk about who she is, how to become her, and why it's important to cultivate a strong relationship with your future self now. But first, I am recording this episode from Quebec City, Canada, where my son is living his 9-year-old dreams. We have some very good friends that were living in the States when my son was in kindergarten. Our boys went to school together. And at just 5 and 6 years old, they created this unbreakable friendship. In fact, last year was the first time that they had seen each other in, I think, about 4 years. And the kids did not miss a beat. They picked right back up as if not a day had gone by since they had seen each other. And so they invited my son to join a hockey camp up here for the week where he is playing with his two best friends from Canada. He's getting training from former NHL players and current NHL coaches. And he is just living his best life. And as a mom, there is nothing better than to see your child do something that they love with people they love. And I want you to think about the strength and the joy of such relationships. I want you to think about someone in your life right now that you have an unbreakable relationship with. Maybe somebody immediately comes to mind, and you're like, that's it. She or he is my person. When we are together, it's like not a day has gone by. It's like you've never been apart. She just gets you. I want you to think about how you feel when you are with this person. I want you to think about how you act when you are with this person. I want you to think about what this person says to you that makes you feel good, that makes you feel confident and supported. Things this person may have said to you that have gotten you through some really challenging times. And I want you to think about what you say to this person when they have big dreams that they want to reach, when they are feeling really proud, when they're feeling really challenged or filled with doubt. What do you say to your person when they feel good, but also when they're not feeling so good? This is the type of relationship that needs to be cultivated with your future self. An unbreakable relationship that is built on trust and support and is fueled by love, joy, and possibility. This relationship that you have with your future self is one of the most important relationships that you will ever have. And it begins the moment you set a goal for yourself. The moment you think, I want to feel healthier or more confident, I want to be more consistent, I want to establish a morning routine, I want to have a better relationship with myself, I want to be a better mom and a better role model for my kids, I want to lose weight, I want to run a marathon, I want to play hockey in Canada with my two best friends. Whatever the goal is, the moment you set that goal is the moment your relationship with your future self begins. So often, we turn to our past to determine our future. But your past does not create your future. You create your future. What you have done or haven't done in the past doesn't matter from the moment you set your goal forward. Who you become when you set that goal for yourself is everything. On my consultation calls that I have with each of my clients, before they even decide if confident mind and body is for them, we start talking about their future self because I want them to lean into that relationship. I want them to lean into possibility, possibility that their goals are obtainable, that they can do it, that no matter what has happened with them in the past, they can still create the future that they want to create for themselves. And then when they join Confident Mind and Body, we come back to this. I have them think about their goals in 3 and 6 month increments. I have them think about who they will be, what they will be doing, what their life will be like on their way to their goals, and once they achieve their goals. The majority of our lives are spent pulling ourselves back from possibility. It's as if possibility is a flame, and if we get too close to believing in it, it starts to feel unsafe and we pull back. Coaching creates safety in possibility. It helps you to lean into that possibility and feel supported no matter how uncomfortable it may feel. Because doing anything differently, reaching for any goal, will feel uncomfortable, at least at first. But you can also do this for yourself. You just have to be willing to allow for possibility. You have to be willing to hear your inner mean girl and all of her doubts and all of her concerns, and to bring yourself back to possibility. You have to be willing to remember, but maybe this can happen. Or I'm willing to figure this out. Or maybe even I want this. That is leaning into possibility. And remember, that unbreakable relationship with your future self is fueled by possibility. You have to start there. You have to start with what is possible. Think about your future self. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and think about you in 3 months, in 6 months, in 1 year from now. And really, the timing doesn't matter as much. What matters most is what you see when you think about that future version of you. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, and I want you to think about this future version of you. What is she doing? How does she show up for herself and her day? How does she show up for her to-do list? How does she spend her free time? How does she handle challenges that come her way? What is she not doing? Oftentimes, we like to think about all of the things that we're doing in the future, but sometimes thinking about what am I not doing is a really powerful question to ask yourself. Think about how that future version of you feels. How does she feel when she wakes up in the morning? How does she feel after a long day? How does she feel when everybody and everything needs something of her? How does she feel when things don't go as planned? How is she speaking to herself? What stories is she believing? What words does she speak to herself on her best days? And what words does she speak to herself on her worst days? That is in you. Every answer that you came up with for your future self is in you right now. If you can envision that version of you, you are meant to be that version of you. Your job is to become her. Your job is to trust in her and to trust in your current capacity to change, to evolve, to figure it out. Your job is to support her. And you do that through the decisions that you make and the actions that you take today. Because the only way to create your future self is to make decisions and take actions that align with who she is. If you continue to listen to your inner mean girl and believe her stories and take the same actions or not take action towards your goals, you will be your current version of you. But if you have a goal for yourself, if you want change, if you see that future version for yourself, you have to start making decisions and taking different actions today that align with who she is. And these don't have to be big, massive decisions that create huge change. The greatest change that you will create is in these small daily decisions that you make. It's in making decisions and then honoring and following through with those decisions. Most of us make decisions for the current moment or our future self. We tell ourselves that we are going to go out for a walk after work today. But then after work comes, we've had a long day and we find ourselves on the couch because it feels easy. It feels comfortable. Or we tell ourselves that we want to get up early and start our day when the alarm goes off. And yet, when that alarm goes off, we remind ourselves that we've never been able to do it, that we're not a morning person, that we can't get up. And so we don't get up. When you trust and support your future self, you make decisions out of love for that version of you. You honor these decisions, and honoring the decisions that you make is the greatest act of self love. And that alone is a whole separate podcast for another day. The more you make decisions from trust and support for your future self, the more you make decisions out of love for your future self, the easier these decisions will become. Because you will start to see things change. The things you do will start to change. The way that you feel will start to change. The decisions that you make will start to change. The way that you handle situations will start to change. The words that you speak to yourself when things are going well, and even more so when things aren't going as planned, will start to change. So, my friends, start thinking about your future self. Know that if you can envision your life as her, it's not only possible, it is meant to be. This is not the time to judge or criticize yourself for what you've done or haven't done in the past, or for what you are doing or not doing right now. This is the time to allow yourself to step into possibility, to create the habits, the confidence, the change that you want to create, and to build an unbreakable relationship with your future self. Ask yourself the questions that I pose to you today, really think about them and trust that it is possible for you. And if you can see this, if you want this, and you don't yet know how you will get there, I invite you to join me in Confident Mind and Body, where I will be there every step of the way. All right, my friends, go out there, envision your future self, and decide right now, today, that you are ready to become her. All right, bye.